recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Woo, woo, woo! You know it!
You actually think you deserve a shot at this? You don't deserve buddy. You couldn't provide ice cream if the Dairy Queen, Carvel, and Cookie Puss drove an ice cream truck straight up your ass.
You should be ashamed I'm a part-timer, because I can do this part-time better than you could ever do it full-time.
This ain't no disco, ain't no country club either. This is the 3 Count Thursday podcast. So let's go, baby.
Listen to me, Daddy! Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Hello, everyone. Welcome 3CT. We are live. It is Thursday, May the 18th, 2023. We are glad to be back with you for another week. We are still the podcast of the millennium. We hope that you are doing well this week. If you are following along with us live, give us a like and a share. We would certainly appreciate that. No intern Mark this week, so yay. How exciting is that, right? But let's go around the room. Ryan?
You all right, sir? I am, and may the 18th be with you as well, Jim. Having a real good day. Real excited for the podcast tonight. We got a lot of things to talk about, and yeah, that's all I got. Just move on.
Good. Matt.
You all right, sir?
Yeah, I was gonna pull up Taylor Swift lyrics, but I just don't feel like it. I've got my chai tea from Starbucks, the only place you should be. Oh no, wait, this is from Sheetz. This is gonna give me kidney stones. Shit.
Donkin.
Man, shit. I was gonna say something about Dunkin' Donuts.
Sorry, Tim. I jumped the gun.
It's okay.
Tim.
It's all right.
You all right, sir?
Shane McMahon.
Jesus Christ.
That's fair. If I take your gimmick, you should take mine.
In the world!
It's only fair.
I wasn't ready for Duncan. I wasn't ready.
Nobody's ready for Dunkin'.
That's right. Devin, how you doing, bud? Scotty?
Scotty writing a fucking novel here.
What the hell's going on?
Shane McMahon!
Oh, Scotty's heading to the, I guess there's a
Oh, thank you for listening at work, too.
WWE
Much
show.
better than working. Get all your friends to listen. Pull them into the break room.
So, Mike, I think we had somebody else bring this up the other week that they didn't get a notification that we're live. That's
on you, Big Mac.
Snitch tagging.
That's
They're
on you,
snitching on
Big Mac. You
themselves.
got to get in here.
It's an algorithm
You're
thing.
doing
I
it
guess
yourself.
if you're not getting our live notifications, go into your settings and make sure they're.
You should have an alarm set on your phone already.
You know who never
Thursday
misses
at 8.
Big Mac? Devin.
That's right. He's always here.
I think Big Mac has a few more responsibilities than Devin.
Devin starts getting here.
I think all that Devin has to do is worry about getting that big donker into a wagon and pull it wherever he goes.
Wait, is he the CEO of Donkin?
America runs on Donkin.
Sure does. Devin, can you
As big as
confirm
a
or deny
treadmill.
this?
Devin starts getting here at 7:30, even though the show doesn't start till 8.
He's got a big load to carry.
I don't know, Matt. How would you feel if Shane McMahon was the next coach of the Sixers?
I'd hate it. I'm not even rooting for the Sixers anymore, and I'd hate that.
Ronald checking in with us. Yeah, he didn't get one either. But
F.
Man, I don't know what's going on. It's a Facebook thing.
I specifically sent a notification for Big Ron today. God darn it.
Thanks a lot, Zuck.
Yeah, freaking Zuck. I'm out here.
Zuck sucks.
I make fun of Elon Musk, and Zuck's out here screwing us over too. It's no good, man. It's no good. Before we get into the show, something we used to do pre-pandemic, but I want to try to bring back at least when it shows locally is highlight some independent wrestling in our area. A show that Ryan and myself and intern Mark and I think second cousin Brian are heading out to tomorrow.
That's just cousin Brian.
Oh, that's right. Not second cousin Andrew. It's my fault. Cousin Brian. Look.
I don't even know the people. Jim, next, move
I
on.
feel like
On this
technically
day.
it would be first cousin once removed, Andrew, right?
Yeah, that's actually how it works.
That actually would be more accurate. That's a lot harder to say, though. Apparently, I have a hard enough time remembering cousin Brian. Three Legacies Wrestling presents Fiesta at the Bright Side Opportunities.
Cousin Stacy, she likes wrestling.
He might. I don't know. I just know we got aisle seats. That's all I care about.
That's
the Bright Side Opportunities Center, 515 Hershey Avenue in Lancaster.
Use that word again.
You can get tickets at eventbrite.com. Look for Three Legacies Wrestling. I also think, now I've never been there. I think they probably have them for sale at the door as well. Ryan, is that correct? Do you know?
You're telling the story. I wasn't listening.
Do they have tickets for sale at the door?
They should, yeah.
Okay.
Unless they sell out.
They could sell out,
Three
yeah.
Legacies has known to sell out. The action is hot. You should get there early if you don't have tickets to secure your seats.
If it does sell out, you can catch them on they stream on the Premier streaming network as well.
Are they having the all-you-can-eat barbecue at Clipper Magazine too?
That's a great question. We should probably find that out.
Well, see, what you do is
I
you
volunteered
buy.
a man to stand if that works.
Let me tell you about the all-you-can-eat barbecue. What you do is you pay $50 to go in and get barbecue, but you have a per-plate renewal fee of $15. So that's
how it works.
It's how it goes.
Thank you for that, Devin.
I don't know.
What did Devin say? I missed it.
He said that he's listening to us in the bathtub. So in between, so while we're talking, he's sitting there saying, "Rubber ducky, like."
I also did want to highlight, too, that coming August 19th at Clipper Magazine Stadium, it is Three Legacies, the Red Rose Rumble. So you can get tickets for that at LancasterBarnstormers.com. I think the big main event tomorrow night is the Boar and Tarzan Duran taking on Facade and Bro Keller. Some other great matches tomorrow night, so make sure you do check that out, either live or streaming. Three Legacies, absolutely love those guys. So I'm excited to be catching my first Three Legacies show myself.
Yeah,
I wonder if we could.
A ton of fun.
Let me see. Let me do some research on this premiere.
Are you going to do a journalism, Tim?
We got Ricardo Rodriguez while you're journalising. We got Smiley. Tim, you know Smiley.
I do. Your friendly neighborhood psychopath.
Yeah,
I know Danny Moe's on the card, I believe, as well this time around.
Yeah, our friend of the show, Kevin Murphy.
Well, of course, Kevin's going to be there.
Of course, yeah. You got the 7-foot insurance policy there, flexing in the corner.
Oh, Ronald's going to Raw on Monday.
Yo, Big Ron.
Very nice, very nice. We'll also be there as well. So we not at the ramp seats though. Ron's got some good seats.
Ron's got the hookup.
Yeah.
Ron's
but
got the right sister.
Ron knows people.
Ron does know people, but yeah. So we're
bought
super.
The tickets. Actually, you bought the tickets, Jim. You're right. You let us down.
I did. I let everybody down.
We need to talk to Premiere.
Let's talk to them.
Okay.
Because they offer promo codes.
Ooh.
When you sign up. It'd be real sweet if we could have people type 3 count in that thing, and maybe we can get a cut of the fucking money. Yeah.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe we could broadcast our show on the Premiere Network.
That would be sick.
That would be sick.
Jesus, Tim.
That would be sick.
That was deep. That was guttural.
Yeah.
That was deep down. Yeah, no. All right. I left myself a note to look into that. We'll try and make sure we
We'll look into that.
we get that taken care of. So, but yeah, check it out. Check out Three Legacies tomorrow in Lancaster. If you are there, look for us fat guys and say hi to us.
Come over and say hello. We're
Yeah.
always friendly.
We're Mark bites, but we'll make sure we put his muzzle on. So
Yeah.
But they got there's a lot of different promotions on the Premiere Network. I mean, ECWA is there, Wrestle Pro, the major wrestling figure podcast is up there,
Lots of good
Battlefield
stuff.
Pro, CZW. So some good, some not good. The Three Legacies Wrestling absolutely there.
Yes. I'll edit that in post. Jim, we're live,
I
pal.
should have said CCW last, or not at all.
There we go.
Oh, they
I don't know what's
definitely
up.
have
They've relaunched, haven't they? Is it still
They've
the
totally
same?
got podcasts on here.
They got podcasts on there?
Yeah, they do.
All right, we're gonna make this
And they
happen.
don't have the 3 Count Thursday podcast
I am
on there?
manifesting. We're making this happen. Speaking of manifest, June 2nd, right, Ryan?
I can't wait.
The final episodes of Manifest.
Very exciting.
Man,
I saw all questions are going to be answered. I'm psyched. The main question I have is who the fuck asked for this?
Oh, come on.
Matthew.
Come on, Matt.
So salty. Unnecessary.
Don't be rude.
So.
We're talking about the hit show Manifest, Tim, that was beaten to death and is now bringing the corpse of it back to
Come on.
appease Jim and Ryan. Because
That is
they're the
not
only two people that
necessary.
I know that
No, Ryan's
watch
uncle
this.
loves it too.
I cannot wait. June 2nd, I've already cleared that weekend.
So,
It's
I
a
don't know what the
Friday
fuck
night,
y'all are
actually,
talking
right?
about. Because I didn't see that bullshit. I'm busy watching The Good Doctor.
The Manifest, man. The
And
plane
why?
disappeared for a while and it came back and people were like, what happened?
So Lost?
And then somebody got frozen.
No, it's
and then
not
somebody
Lost,
got
Tim. Did
unfrozen.
Lost have a
Lost.
plane?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know.
Lost
I actually,
have a
The
plane.
show is based on the plane going
I actually
down.
never
And
watched
Now,
Lost.
the difference is instead of polar bears, there's wolves.
Bingo.
And
You get it,
fog.
Matt.
Right? It's like Ice Ice Baby and the Queen song. They're completely different.
I guess it's just like the
How do
four-legged
you remember
animals when
Ice
they're
Ice Baby and not
introduced to
Under
shows
Pressure?
is when I tap out. Like that's when I quit Walking Dead was when the tiger showed up, and I was like, all right, yes.
Oh, the tiger's so
Look, man, I got this funny thing where I
Good.
can't not finish a show. Like I just can't. I still enjoy Manifest, but like even when I will hate watch a show till the end if I'm sucked in.
Oh, I
It
will
depends.
openly admit they jumped the shark like 2 seasons
Oh, multiple
ago.
times, absolutely.
The first season was pretty good, and then it was like, let's forget about the first season, have a whole second season with like some little side quest. And then we'll tie it in right at the end. Then the kid dies, but he comes back and he's older than he's younger.
Spoiler.
I get it.
Yeah,
Jump.
thanks.
Look, if you haven't watched it by now, Iron Man dies. Fuck yourself.
Spoiler. But I hate TikTok. TikTok has single-handedly made me watch Draft Day, Trouble with the Curve, and now fucking the good Doctor.
I've never watched an episode of The Good Doctor. I feel like
You
it's
and the government both, Tim, hate TikTok.
Well,
Isn't Montana
my thing
banning
is,
it?
I got past the part that it could access my home's Wi-Fi.
Ooh,
Ah,
I got past that.
smart.
You know, it's a concession. What the hell?
What is Drake? Wait, Drake Younger retired?
Did he actually retire?
Apparently, Mike's trying to journalism there. Let's see, we
'Cause
got a comment. I
could
did enjoy
literally
watching
stop
The Good
podcasting
Doctor.
right now.
Yeah, there's Noobco.
I want to
Yeah,
say
sure.
We got a bunch of new people here joining this week. Look at us,
The Good
This
Doctor.
is what happens when Mark's not around.
right?
Good things happen.
Right? Well, he can
Hey
go-
guys, share this feed. Mark's not here. I want to set a
yeah.
new person record.
Get
while Mark's not here.
get a viewership record.
And then he'll come back and win some goddamn
Aw.
thing we do because he involves all the fuckers from Roots to
I
vote
can't
for him.
believe that Drake Younger went from being one of the best referees in WWE to being a guy that we're so happy is done with wrestling.
Yeah, well,
It's incredible.
yeah. A lot of people have had some falls from grace in the past 3 years.
Don't be rude.
Shit happens. Yes, Tim or Mike, you journalismed as well. Look at you, or
You
journalized.
did a journalism.
Look at you,
That,
big
don't
man.
use real words. You did a journalism.
You did
is
a
what
journalism. Come on, get it right. Let's do
You did
it
a
right.
journalism.
All right, let's go to the news. All right, it was yes, Tim.
So this, I might be jumping into your news, but I do want to make an editor's note for everybody. Typically, when somebody important in wrestling passes away, we do a 10-bell salute.
Damn it, I forgot.
But we
Jesus.
thought that Superstar Billy Graham died 5 years ago, so we forgot.
That is fair. That is fair. We all learned that he hadn't
Tim
already
just did
passed.
not give a shit about
But R.I.P.
Superstar Billy Graham.
R.I.P.
Sure. You ripped off Dusty Rhodes. Good job.
Great work.
He's dead. You don't have to pile on
Copy
him.
an A. So is Dusty Rhodes. Copy an A, get an A. Superstar Billy Graham. Hogan, you're next. Good job. Put him on the board.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Unbelievable.
From a
I don't know.
from a press release
I haven't even
yesterday.
hit this yet. What am I doing?
TNT, I don't know what to do with my hands. TNT launches a second night of professional wrestling with a new tentpole series, AEW Collision, on Saturday, June 17th. I hate that sound. I hope it was your computer. Saturday, June 17th, it was announced during the Warner Brothers Discovery 2023 upfront presentation at Madison Square Garden in New York City. The live 2-hour in-ring show will air every Saturday night from 8 to 10 p.m. and feature more wrestlers, more stories, and more action to super serve fans. AEW Collision will feature headliners including Miro, Samoa Joe, Thunder Rosa, Powerhouse Hobbs,
Headliners, Miro,
and Andrade El Idolo. The June 17th debut episode. The location will be announced next week during Dynamite. Another big announcement. But the announced locations through July are Toronto, Ontario, Hamilton, Ontario, Regina, Saskatchewan, Calgary, Alberta, and Newark, New Jersey. Noticeably absent from any of the press releases regarding Collision was CM Punk, who has been heavily rumored to be on the Saturday roster. According to PW Mania, there has been no discussion of Punk on any of AEW's social media graphics for the show, and when asked, Warner Brothers Discovery responded, CM Punk is not affiliated with TNT's AEW Collision. It is a possibility this is a strategy to lower expectations for when or if Punk is officially announced. For what it's worth, some AEW members have been expecting Punk's comeback. Also rumored but not confirmed at this time or part of yesterday's announcement is a new TV / streaming deal for AEW or a brand / roster split for AEW shows.
So they did announce, though, that with the deal or included in the upfronts is that AEW All Access will be available on the new Max app.
Okay. I missed that. Thank you for
yep.
Doing
journalism.
So I mean, officially, now the heavily rumored, now official, we know the show is happening. Yeah, a lot of names on that list that we have not really seen or heard of for a little while. So a little bit of a change, I suppose. But we'll start with I guess next week's big announcement on Dynamite will be the June 17th premiere location. Any guesses on where you guys think that might be?
Chicago.
You say Vagina, Canada? Was that an option?
Regina is on there. I think they are the third episode.
Oh, okay. So they wouldn't be there first.
No. Yeah, I still feel like it's going to be Chicago.
There's one area that makes sense.
Because I still feel like it's a Punk thing.
Who looks jacked, by the way.
Yeah.
So AEW might have told on themselves already.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Let's talk about it. Breaking news.
So I'm on the AEW website. So June 14th,
okay,
AEW will be at the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
June 21st, they'll be at the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, okay.
So literally 2 days after, or when's it's supposed to be June 17th?
Saturday, June 17th. So a couple of days after.
So literally, they'll be somewhere in between Washington, D.C. and Chicago.
Well, yeah.
I think it's going to, unless they got Madison Square Garden.
I mean, I guess they could.
Where would they run in Chicago?
The Wintrust.
Well, Wintrust is the smaller one where they normally do the.
That's where they did All Out.
All Out.
And where they did All In. They've also won the former.
It's not going to be Allstate. Allstate Arena has an event booked that night already.
Yeah, then that's the Rosemont one.
Yep.
They've done the first dance was at United Center, which is the big show downtown.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you would think with a month that, well, I guess they'll announce it next week and tickets will go on sale right away. And if it's going to be there, you would think they would announce if Punk's going to be there or not. That would sell out almost instantly. Devin thinks it's going to be in New York, Brooklyn, or at the Garden. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that would they run the. I mean, I guess they could run the Garden.
ROH ran the Garden.
That's sticking it to WWE.
That's
their
true.
home turf. They want to make a statement.
Any chance it's? Well, I guess. Well, I mean, theoretically, it could be Philly or Pittsburgh.
You know, they already copied the A, right? So Collision's already copied the A. They've gotten in spirit the WCW Monday Nitro logo. So why don't they do wrestling at the spot of the first Nitro?
Oh, at the Mall of America.
At the Mall of America.
You know, actually, that would be pretty freaking cool.
It's close enough to Chicago. It's
Sure
Minnesota.
Is. Yeah.
So you just drive past Chicago, get up to Mall of America. The Young Bucks can buy all the shoes they effing want at Mall of America, and then they just go to Chicago.
That I would actually love. I think there was an indie company that ran there last year, and it looked so freaking awesome. Like it was like a
GCW.
Was it?
No.
It wasn't.
It was First Wrestling.
Okay. Yeah. And that was freaking cool. Like it was like a snapshot in time. Do you think the decision to not include CM Punk in all of this, because there has been rumors since yesterday or the day before that talks between him and AEW are breaking down, or do you think it's just a matter of they want to make him a bigger announcement separate from just the show announcement?
Well, when Tony Khan has to make an announcement every Wednesday, you can't blow two announcents on one.
Right,
so
you gotta spread those out.
Right, soon he'll just be announcing that next week I have a big announcement. That'll just be his announcement, and that's not good because he's stuck in a loop.
So I saw there was a Twitter account last night after his promo segment. He was like, official Tony Khan blink count during that was 4.
Oh, it was 4. I only got 1.
Yeah, they counted 4 blinks in the promo. But yeah, so now that we know that All Access will be included on Max, I think it's only probably a matter of time before there's some sort of streaming deal, because that's been rumored recently as well. Speaking of WWE and upfronts and things like that, people noticed this week that both NBC and Fox had their upfronts, and there was no real mention of WWE, and Fox released a press release about their fall schedule, and there was no mention of WWE or SmackDown, which I know both of those deals are coming up due this year. So I don't know if it's just because they haven't agreed to anything yet, if there's actually anything to be concerned about, or if it's just kind of happenstance.
And Nick Khan actually just recently did an interview where he mentioned that SmackDown could be possibly changing nights again if they go away from Fox, in that they spoke very, very highly of Amazon.
Okay.
And what they deliver, as well as Netflix.
Ooh.
Because Netflix recently took a dive into live events with the Chris Rock concert and
Belly Flop is more like it.
And Love is Blind. Well, they're trying, you know.
That was an absolute epic failure.
The Love is Blind thing, man. Like, yeah, I mean,
Love is Blind the live reunion. That was trash.
That was a miss.
But they spoke. They did mention
Could've
they
saw that
spoke
coming.
highly of the Chris Rock live concert.
So is
which
he
apparently went
was
well.
he speaking on that in terms of possibly like Raw or SmackDown, or is it more
SmackDown?
Really?
Because the conversation came up. Let me pull up the news article that I saw.
That seems
on
like a
it.
large jump to go from broadcast
to streaming? Yeah. I mean,
Nick
and,
Khan was
one
speaking-
thing, but I feel like you narrow your audience just that much more on a streaming platform.
Yeah, Nick Khan was speaking at the Moffett-Nathanson inaugural Technology, Media, and Telecom Conference.
Nerds.
And as IndieWire exclusive Tony Maglio noted, Khan said that SmackDown could change nights nights if it goes somewhere beyond its home it's had for the last couple of years. The notes read, Nick Khan said SmackDown could change nights again if it goes somewhere for its next deal, was speaking pretty highly of Amazon. Khan, being interviewed, foresees the U.S. rights to increase by 1.5 times.
Okay.
They're talking about an opening figure of $1.5 billion for 5 years. Khan also laid out a case for SmackDown to want WWE, mainly because of Netflix's impact in India.
Okay.
And it is complementary to their entry into live, specifically citing the Chris Rock special and not the Love is Blind reunion disaster.
Well, because I know even a couple years ago, I think maybe 2019 or something, there was reports that like between 4 and 6 million people a week are watching WWE like live product in India. So like that could definitely play that. Now the Amazon thing, depending when that would kind of take effect, if WWE, if it doesn't happen until the fall, I could see WWE kind of pairing that with, because you have Thursday Night Football is on Amazon, so if you kind of almost advertise it together, not that you're going to advertise it together because the two entities don't work with each other, but if you can kind of like, hey, you want to watch your Thursday Night Football, well, you probably can just watch your Friday Night SmackDowns as well, on like an Amazon situation. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting thing to keep watch of. I would certainly be surprised if they do anything like that with Raw. I would expect that probably to still be somewhere on cable, but
that's weird. I don't know where they would put SmackDown. They're obviously not going to run Monday night. Running Tuesday night, you would run opposed to NXT. It's not the smartest thing you could do.
You don't. Yeah,
that leaves you Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, and you would be running up against
AEW
on Wednesday.
It's smart to put SmackDown on a weekend.
Maybe Thursday.
It's beautiful out. It's wonderful out. Let's sit down at 8:00 on a Saturday and make sure everybody's around the TV and watch a wrestling program.
Well, I mean, that's what.
Awful timing.
Yeah, I mean, glad no wrestling company in America is doing that in July.
Right, I don't know who would
in the middle of the summer.
That fucking. I mean Friday night, I think, is bad enough.
Doing Friday, in my
it's bad. Friday night's bad enough.
Yeah, maybe Thursday. I mean, I know Impact runs Thursday, but like, I don't know that WWE would care about changing to Thursday, but like. Or if you move it, maybe you move NXT to Thursday. If you move SmackDown back to Tuesday,
you could move SmackDown to Wednesdays
and battle it out.
Go right up against AEW.
But I think you only do.
You're going to put yourself on streaming.
Yeah, I was going to say. I think you only do that if you're on
AEW.
TV.
Yeah, if you're on cable.
Maybe.
Oh, here we go. Here's a little bit of doing a journalism. Fightful Select is reporting Bryan Danielson will be helping out with creative for Collision.
Makes sense because he's already kind of been doing that already.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He's been closely related into, I believe he's been super tied to Jade Cargill. So
okay.
Speaking of journalisms and people doing things outside of like the norm, I was reading somewhere, was it today, about Tommy Dreamer and WrestleMania 17. Did you guys hear this?
Yes.
No, what's
that?
Yes,
I know this story very well.
Oh my God.
What's that?
So apparently Tommy Dreamer had the intentions of going to WrestleMania 17 to shoot. I don't know if I can say
commit a murder suicide.
Oh, what?
Of Paul Heyman and
Yes.
himself, because Heyman was like, Tommy, you can't leave ECW, turn down the WCW offer, yada, yada, yada. Stay with
He was super
ECW.
mad.
All the
Yep.
while, he was just getting paid from the WWE, and Tommy's like living paycheck to paycheck, turning down this 6-figure deal from WCW, and like Tommy was in a bad. I don't know if it's true, and I just read it. I should have fact checked
Tommy,
it.
no, Tommy has said that.
From Tommy. Oh, okay.
That is
I just
the
heard it
end.
today.
That's where I heard it from.
The six-figure part of the story is a stretch.
It was WCW in the 90s. They were spending money they didn't have.
Well, that's
I
true.
believe they'd offer 6
They
figures.
were. I mean, ECW was getting $1,000 a week from Vince McMahon to operate.
Jesus. Yeah, I never heard that.
Yeah,
That's
I think that was outlined actually in the Rise and Fall of ECW documentary.
Was it real? Oh, I totally didn't hear that.
I
I love
think-
that
So
documentary.
the rumor was that Vince McMahon was paying Paul Heyman.
Correct.
He was not. Titan Sports or whatever it was giving $1,000 a week to the parent company of ECW. So Shell Corporation, it was all going to Paul. Like, but yeah,
There's Cousin Brian.
yeah,
Hey,
you
Cousin
sure
Brian's
did.
here. Hey, man, are you you're coming to Legacy with us, or Legacy for Christ's
How
sake?
many legacies?
3 legacies.
Not one,
Nice legacies.
not 2, 3. Dang, that's
piece.
that's insane. I
Isn't
never
that freaking wild.
never
Imagine if that made it to television.
oof.
Jesus.
It would make Pillman's Got a Gun look tame.
Jeez. You ain't kidding.
That's
Anything else?
Off the 316,
uh,
I've got Pillman 9mm.
Anything else regarding the all the TV newses this week?
No, I have something, but I'll save it for Tuesday.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it doesn't really have to do with wrestling. It's just something else that shocked me.
We
caught me off
literally
guard.
talked about Manifest on Thursday. So
Yeah.
what else is there to? We've already
I don't
gone
know.
off
I
the
just
rails.
feel like
Go
there's
ahead.
a lot. There's
Discuss
probably a
that
lot to
shitty
cover.
show. What else can we talk about?
All right. I found out just this week that in the Michael Jackson's video for "Beat It," the billiard tables, none of them have holes.
I did
When
see
he's-
that.
When he's in the billiards area, it's all just tables
Now,
with
that
no
story,
holes.
Ryan, more entertaining than any episode.
Oh,
of
come
Manifest.
on.
That's not true. That's not true. And you know
All
it.
right, let's go on to this.
Since John Moxley and Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These 5 guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. 3 Count Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
All right, week number 6 of our
You
wrestler.
sure about that?
Week 6. It is week 6. Cousin Brian says he will be there tomorrow with bells on. So help me if we
Y'all
get
better
there
ring
and
them
there's no
bells.
bells. I'm going to be pissed. All right, because Mark isn't here, we know the deal. You can put his picks up for about 2 seconds. People can pause it later on the playback if they want to see
Now,
Mark's picks.
What I'm annoyed with is he's not here to defend the Roderick Strong pick.
I would love to hear that.
Jericho, didn't
We'll ask him
Yes.
we'll ask him on Tuesday.
He has a victory over insurrectionist Chris Jericho.
Come Tuesday,
We'll ask him then.
Well, he did it on Wednesday. Roderick Strong did it on Wednesday. He didn't do it on Come Tuesday.
Yeah, but we'll ask Mark about it.
come Tuesday.
'Cause I-
On Come Tuesday?
Yeah, because I think Mark will be with us.
Because I just don't want it. I don't want people to believe that we're saying Come Tuesday. Like, Come Tuesday, we'll find out. No, Come Tuesday.
No, come Tuesday we'll find out.
Yeah.
No,
Come
on
Tuesday.
Come Tuesday.
No.
Right, come Tuesday.
Come Tuesday.
Or come Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right.
Come Tuesday.
Are you stuttering?
Twice the cum.
No,
Twice the cum.
there's way too much cum. Hit the button.
There is.
There's so much cum. Come Tuesday.
Oh.
Come Tuesday.
All right, Mark's picks are still up. They should have been.
Yeah,
off.
he should have been off a while ago.
We made it
Notably
through.
off the list, Solo Sikoa.
That's the first time this year, right?
Wow.
End of
Shit.
an era.
Dang.
Ripperoonie.
There it was.
Leave the
6 weeks.
memories alone.
6 weeks it ends. All right. For me, People's Champ this week advances to the finals of the World Heavyweight Championship tournament. Yep, there it is, a little spoon. He actually has a little
actually.
spoon. Fuck you. AJ Styles, congratulations. Oh, there it is. Ryan's got one too.
That one's actually right because this one's black, and we know that. That one's it.
All right, let's go to the picks. Matt, we'll give yours. We'll give yours first.
Sure. I actually had changed mine. I didn't have AJ Styles on originally, but Jim showed him so much love, I felt pressured to put him on my list. It was on there multiple times. So in fifth place, I have the Coven. They retained their knockout tag titles on Impact last week. And Steve Macklin retained his Impact World title on Impact last week. So good for them. Impact doing things. Third place, AJ Styles, because I don't know, he won matches. Jim likes him. Jim has every action figure that was ever created of AJ Styles and 17 signed pictures on his wall in his bedroom.
Now Jim calls them dolls.
Yeah, they're dolls. They're dolls. There you go, see? Right up there.
Second place, Mustafa Ali, your number one contender for the IC title, and then Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, another successful title defense. And I think Raquel won a match single too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right,
she should have gotten the People's Champ since she got this. But come on, Jim, she beat Chelsea Green, and you didn't even give
Tough
it to
competitor,
her.
Chelsea Green.
Your least favorite wrestler of all time, and she defeats her, and you couldn't even.
I'm slipping, right, man. Wow. I'm slipping. Tim, go ahead.
Sure. At fifth, I have Impact World Champion Steve Macklin for defeating Rhino to successfully defend the Impact World Championship. 4, I've got the Coven defeating the very, very difficult tandem of Deonna Purrazzo and friend of the show, Jordan Grace.
Both friends of the show.
Both friends of the show. One more friendly than other.
Actually been on the show. I think she.
I was saying, I don't think she has.
Mark stalks her.
Yeah, see, that's why we have to call her a friend, or else the legal department will be in trouble.
Yeah, we have a digital restraining order for intern Mark. Right.
I think. Number 3, Mustafa Ali winning the Intercontinental Championship number 1 contendership battle royal, who will face Gunther in Saudi Arabia at Night of Champions. Number 2, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez successfully defending the WWE Women's Tag Team titles against Damage Control. I think Little Liv might be hurt.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
There might be some vacation of the titles, so to speak. And then number 1, running the gamut like Seth Rollins did on Monday. AJ Styles picking up a victory over Edge and Rey Mysterio in the quarters, and then beating Big Bob Lashley in the finals of the SmackDown bracket to punch his ticket to Night of Champions to face Seth Franklin Rollins.
All right. Ryan.
Hey. The Elite, they're back together. How cool is that? That happened last night. I saw that on TV briefly.
Hangman's got a cool eye patch.
He's got an eye patch
to make the top 5.
Cool enough. That's all it takes. Just not be an Impact wrestler, apparently. Cora Jade, she won some stuff. And Roxanne Perez on Tuesday on NXT for the vacated championship.
Tuesday?
I don't know. I sure as hell didn't watch. Mustafa Ali. Mufasa, he beat a bunch of people. He's beaten up on Gunther over there in Saudi Arabia. That'll be cool. And then AJ Styles is the SmackDown competitor for the new Raw Championship. Really cool.
All right.
Is that Night of Champions show like a daytime live event? Okay.
It is the day before Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing and NXT, whatever the hell it's Battleground. So no, it's not Battleground, is it?
Start?
It should be a 3:00 Saturday start. Let me double check that. Or no, it's usually 1:00.
I think it's a 1:00 Saturday, and then both NXT and AEW are 8 p.m. starts on Sunday. What is the NXT? It's not Battleground, is it?
What now?
Is
NXT Stand and Deliver?
NXT Battleground.
Is it really
NXT Great Balls of Fire.
There it is. My 5 for the week: Cora Jade at 5 and Roxanne Perez at 4. Both of them advancing in the NXT Women's Title Tournament.
We're opening round matches here, guys. Just give them the trophies here.
I'll wait till he gets to number 3.
Look, man, it was a big week for AEW. You're like, really?
He's number 3. He's number 3 on his rankings, but he's number 4 on blink count. It's Tony Khan.
Tony Khan at 3. Big week for AEW. So I think he's earned the spot. Number 2, Mustafa Ali, moving along to lose to Gunther at Night of Champions, but congratulations, Mustafa Ali. And
my man got Cody Pyro.
And AJ Styles, Little Spoon, like I said, advancing for the same reason he was my People's Champ this week.
So when Mustafa Ali squashes Gunther at Night of Champions, is that just going to crush your wife's mood going into the concert later that night?
Oh, for sure. It's gonna
get it in early.
It's gonna ruin the whole day. Just the whole day. She's been waiting months to see Blink. And it's just the whole.
You got to get her up there early to go through Chocolate World.
Yeah, man. I might have to sacrifice, not even watch Night of Champions as it airs. Just to be like, I don't want to run that risk. I don't want to ruin the day.
I don't blame you.
Hey, you know what? If you don't want to watch Night of Champions, be sure to listen to Viewer's Choice on the North-South Connection, where myself and my best friend Marcus break down every WWE and AEW pay-per-view, and we'll be doing Night of Champions.
There you go. Tim, where does it leave us for the week and for the year?
For the week, I definitely typed it out. I don't know where it is. Oh, there, it's right here. Haha. So, Cora Jade in 5th, Roxanne Perez in 4th, both advancing into the vacant women's title tournament on NXT. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan are tied with Roxanne Perez for 3rd. My apologies. Mustafa Ali at 2, and the phenomenal AJ Styles is our first place vote getter, and with the People's Choice vote, he has 6 points on the year, but it is still Deonna Purrazzo's world right now for 3CT Wrestler of the Year. With their performance this week, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez have broken away from the 6-point pack to be able to get to where they are right now. And then, of course, you've got the log jam now included with AJ Styles for 4th. And then Sonata, the New Japan World Champion, is rounding out our top 10. And, of course, EC3 continues to get buried.
Gotta love that. All right, that's where we leave week number 6.
Since John Moxley and Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These 5 guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Recount Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
All right, and
since John Moxley and Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These 5 guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Recount Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
I low-key was depressed.
The 3 count question of the week.
I gotta keep you guys guessing. I can't be too predictable after all these years together. There was I was having a back and forth with, I forget who it was on Twitter, talking about. It wasn't a bad one. It wasn't a Twitter spat. It was just a discussion. But about Money in the Bank this year, because they had posed the question if they thought WWE should do brand split briefcases again this year, do one for Raw, one for SmackDown. And I kind of brought up the point, well, if you do that now, because I think when they did that before, they didn't have the women's title involved in those. So it was like whatever title, I guess it would have been the WWE Championship on SmackDown, World Heavyweight title or Universal title on Raw. But I'm like, now that you have the women's title, if you do that, really, you're going to end up with 4 Money in the Bank briefcases, 4 Money in the Bank ladder matches at the show. And I thought that it just kind of would water down one of the cooler matches and things in the WWE calendar year. So it's kind of would the question this week: would you like to see the WWE return to brand specific Money in the Bank briefcases this year? I kind of gave my thoughts on it there. Like I think it waters it down. I think you have one, and the winner can challenge for either title on either show. So for me, I think keeping it one men's, one women's is fine. Ryan, you okay?
Yeah, I'm really good, Jim.
Okay.
I'm doing real good.
Okay. Just look a little.
It sounds like you're having looks like you're having a bit of a conniption over there.
No, I'm not.
You look upset.
I'm not. We want to have it one men's, one women's, and if the fucking SmackDown guy wins it, he can go to Raw and challenge for the fucking Raw Championship. No, he's on SmackDown. You can't go to Raw and challenge for the championship, Jim. That's what the goddamn brand split's for.
No, you can just call your shot.
The Money in the Bank, you can call your shot. That's the way it's always been.
So I have the perfect compromise.
Okay.
For all of this. It'll give Ryan what he wants.
I'll say, is this going to help Ryan?
It won't.
It will. It will. Absolutely. So I think there should be a separate Raw and SmackDown Money in the Bank contract. But in order to do that, you need to turn Money in the Bank into a 2-night event.
Nope, that's
literally
the last thing I want.
Come on, no.
You get your 4 briefcases, Ryan.
Any further away than what I actually want.
You get 4 of them.
What I would
The
do,
dogs over here are super excited about my idea for 2-night Money in the Bank.
No, keep it one night, but it's nothing but Money in the Bank matches, and we get 6 of them. I want the tag title. I want the tag title match briefcases, and then I want 2 brand specific men and women's Money in the Bank ladder matches. So give me 6 Money in the Bank ladder matches in the pay-per-view.
Ryan, are you paying Joe to leave comments here?
Thank you, Joe. Joe gets it.
Joe says, then what was the point of the draft? Devin says it should be
I
one man.
it. Absolutely do that. If you don't want it, don't fucking split the brands.
Devin's...
If you're worried about watering it down, one of the cooler matches. The guy challenged for the fucking U.S. Championship last year. Worry about watering it down.
He makes an excellent point.
I mean,
but now he won't have to. He won't have to go after the United States Championship because now there's 2 titles, right?
Right.
There you go. Problem solved,
and
right?
If you're worried about it being oversaturated, then stop giving these matches their own pay-per-views and have a Money in the Bank ladder match on 6 different pay-per-views, so you can have 6 different Money in the Bank ladder matches.
That's what I was kind of just thinking.
If you balls of fire, you cowards.
Bring it back.
Capital punishment, great balls of fire, and
here's what I'll say. If you want to split them, if you want to split them.
Capital punishment. That's punishment, isn't it?
That's Jericho's January 6th pay-per-view. If you want
the steps of the Capitol.
Yeah, right there. Like it's every 4 years. Right after inauguration, they just leave the stage up. They put a ring on it, and it's capital punishment ran by Chris Jericho. Also, if you want to do split. Money in the Bank split by brands, have like the SmackDown briefcases have their Money in the Bank matches at SummerSlam and have the Raw ones at Mania. So they still last for a year, and they would then overlap, not interlap. I guess they could interlap.
Diagram Jones.
But
why would SmackDown even get a briefcase, Jim? Nobody can beat Roman Reigns. Nobody can beat him. He's never on. The fans deserve better.
Right, he was just there last week.
We've created a championship just so people have something to fight for because nobody can beat him. So we're going to give somebody a fucking briefcase to lug around when they can never cash it in because the guy's never there.
I mean,
wasn't that the narrative that Triple H just laid out a couple of weeks ago?
Well, he's still there from time to time, so you just have to pick your shot at the right time.
It's ridiculous.
Like we know he was there at SmackDown last week, so you could have cashed.
I didn't know. I didn't watch.
Well, I mean, they knew because he was advertised, so they could cash in. They could have cashed in last week.
Got it.
If you have a SmackDown briefcase this week, I don't know. Guess you got to watch the show. Maybe he will be there. I don't know.
Guess we got to watch. Can't wait to tune in.
No, not tune in. We'll be at Three Legacies tomorrow, Ryan.
That's right.
So we won't be able to tune in.
Sadly.
But you'll watch the Manifest season premiere finale or whatever.
I would watch all 8 of those episodes when they drop June the 2nd.
Joe says only solution if you stay with one case on the men's side is give it to Brock. I mean, it could always happen. It could always happen. And then, but yeah,
they could also give it to Omos or Mustafa Ali or Dolph Ziggler or Baron Corbin or
Damian
Zion
Sandow.
Quinn or our good close personal friend Jeep Wagoneer. They could do all of that.
They're all still free
They could
agents.
challenge.
they are all
They
still
could
free
challenge
agents.
Lil Roman for the belts.
I hope they're not getting paid.
I mean, why would they get paid? They're free agents. They don't have a job.
Free agents, right?
Free agents don't.
They could work main event if they wanted to.
Here's what I think WWE is going to end up doing. They're going to put a men's Raw Championship, Money in the Bank briefcase, and a SmackDown Women's Championship match, and that's all we're going to get. So each brand gets their own, one ladies, one men's.
I like that.
That's truly what
I'd
I
be
feel like
fine
they're going
with
to end up
that.
doing.
I'd be okay with that. I'd be all right with that if they do it
That
that
way you
way.
still keep the
Specific to
brand
the brand.
specific. You don't have anybody on SmackDown fighting for the Raw Money in the Bank briefcase, and same thing
But
for
you know they
SmackDown
won't be able to
ladies.
help themselves, right?
I know they can't, so they should have never made the fucking rule.
I love that this
Not
is
hard.
this is the one thing that Ryan has gotten
It's not hard.
emotionally
It's not hard to do.
emotionally invested in the last year.
What if when you won the title, you could only be on the brand you were the champion of, but as soon as you lost, you went back to your brand
That
purpose?
doesn't make any sense because the ladies are each holding each other's goddamn championships.
So I mean, isn't
because
that the
Rhea was
stipulation
drafted to
of-
Raw.
They've already said we can't do it that way.
Isn't that the stipulation though of winning the Rumble? You get to choose. Like, do you
Yeah.
have an issue
Yes.
with that?
No, that's the rule,
Yeah, that is the rule.
right? That's the stipulation.
So if they
And
make
the
that
rule for Money in the Bank,
Yeah,
Money in
so
the Bank has always been you can determine which title you want to fight for.
which is why Theory
But if
cashed
you were
in on the
assigned
U.S.
to a
title.
brand, I don't know, whatever.
I get your
Wait.
point, but have you had an issue with when they do that on after the Royal Rumble? Because
No, I wasn't just told 3 weeks ago that the brand split matters, and like it shook things up, and it's gonna hold, and it's gonna take place. We're 4 weeks from it, and we've already had exceptions 8 different times, and a slew of fucking free agents.
I don't know if we've had 8 exceptions.
Yeah, I mean, like, what were the exceptions?
I don't fucking know, Jim. I don't pay attention. I don't even watch wrestling. I don't know why it pisses me off so much.
That's my question. Which, by the way, much like last week, I'm very excited you're so fired up about it. Because then when you get fired up, I can get fired up, and then you hate getting fired up because then I'm actually talking to you about shit you don't care about.
That's exactly what happens. I get fucking bamboozled into caring. It pisses me off.
And you might as well. My
The
middle name is
only
Care
thing
Bear,
that pisses me
because-
off more when I'm pissed off is Tim being the goddamn fucking calm and collected Tim, and the voice of reason.
Right, it's gonna
Pisses me off.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be
I hate it
okay.
all. Where's Joe? Joe, make another comment and back me up.
It's okay.
Feeling
Cousin
marooned here.
Brian's got you. Cousin Brian, for the record, I'm with Smoke on the whole brand split title creation nonsense. Well, Cousin Brian, first of all, thanks for listening. Second of all, nobody asked you.
It was the time when the smoky stuff pissed me off.
See?
Just I get tired
Don't you
of
know
waiting.
now your nickname's Smoke? It
I
ain't
hate it.
Smokey.
It's, I don't know. It only.
Oh, look, he froze in smoky face.
Maybe I'd be all right with it.
Devin says, and maybe make the men's Money in the Bank
Yeah, good luck reading this.
for SmackDown for the U.S. title. Well, they can cash in on the U.S. title. They could cash in on the Intercontinental title.
Devin, you want the man Money in the Bank, don't you?
But because we learned that last year is you can cash in on any title. It's not just a world title or a universal title. You can cash in on the U.S. title, so you don't.
Could you cash in on a tag team championship, Jim?
I guess you could, but 1-on-2, you're going to enter into a handicap match.
Maybe if you bring a friend along.
Well, I don't know if they can do that.
Why not? We could find out, couldn't we?
I've incited a riot. I've incited a riot.
He said, "Go suck on your little pit, Timmy."
It's all in good fun. I
Why did he
absolutely
yell
love
Timmy?
I love. I don't know, because Smokey. I don't know.
I guess.
I personally, a secret little wish that I had is I wish I could be like a little genie and make everybody who knew me call me Timmy. I wish I could go back to the days when I was Timmy.
Really?
We can
So
call
much.
you Timmy.
We'll call you Timmy every week.
I will never call you Timmy.
See, exactly.
I will
He
call
knows me
you
as Tim.
I will call you Timmy and Marcus King.
And you know you will not, Brian, because you hate change.
Oh, that's a
No
good
way.
point.
That is really good.
That's
point.
a really good point. Matches
If there's
trump
anything
them.
I hate more than the WWE conversation on this show, it is change.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, Joe kind of has a good point. You could bring a friend along to the tag team match, but they're not your tag team partner if you cash in for the Money in the Bank on a tag title.
You got a friend in me. It could work, Jim.
Have they ever done a Money in the Bank for like a tag team Money in the Bank
I
ladder
want
match?
Rick Boogs and LA Knight to win it.
It's a real missed
What
opportunity.
are they calling them? Boogie Nights?
They're gonna call them the Boogie Nights.
I hate that so much.
I hate every
I
second.
cannot wait for the merchandise to drop.
I will get a Boogie Nights shirt. I almost guarantee it.
I need the podcast to vote on what the foolishness that Devin just said in the chat, please.
What? Ever since Tim joined the show, it's been going downhill. So that's like 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
I venture to say that we may have peaked already. I'm not going to lie.
Ever since me and Big Jim sat in Big Jim's dining room and his poor wife had to sneak behind us to get to bed, we have gone downhill since that moment.
Apparently.
Hey, look.
Apparently getting a pretty much with decently proper studio space was not navigating through a pandemic. But
It's all fun. I love it all. No, I'm tickled pink that you guys you're expressing yourselves. You're
I love
getting
it.
The conversation just like always. It's so much fun.
Looking at some of the Facebook comments, Nick, he sounds pretty mad about this, but he says no, one case. Chase,
Can you read it how you think he typed it out?
no, one case.
Okay.
That's no comma one case. That was the answer. Chase says absolutely. Scotty says absolutely not. I think it makes the Money in the Bank less important because of more briefcases. And then right here, Joe's right with you, Ryan. As long as they let wrestlers from the other brand compete for them, he says. We had a Twitter comment. He says, short answer, no. The problem is if you do a Raw and a SmackDown Money in the Bank, plus if you add women's, you're really overexposing the match gimmick. I like the idea of the person having it being the possibly being able to cash in on the other show's champ. So yeah, some mixed feelings about it for sure. Real quick before we close up for the live show this week, again, make sure you are subscribed to our podcast feed. We have the Tuesday podcast that drops very, very early Tuesday morning. So if you are subscribed, you'll be get the first opportunity to listen to that. But WWE did like a top 25 debuts countdown, I think, on the bump this week.
Oh, I looked at it.
So here's the top 10 from 10 to 1.
Already flawed. Get ready.
So number 10, Chris Jericho. That's way too low, right?
Yeah, but so this is debuts for the company.
WWE's top 10 debuts of all time. So Chris Jericho was 10.
Not like reimagined characters. This is their first time debut.
Correct.
No.
No. So
Sure about that?
so the first time that
a character
is it's not a return, it's actual debut. It'll make sense. It'll make sense in a
they're
minute.
not counting the multiple times the
They're
Undertaker.
not counting Husky Harris.
Correct.
They're counting Bray Wyatt.
So 10.
But they are counting Kane and not Isaac Yankem.
That's the point. I was
Yeah. So it's a gimmick, like character debut, not a wrestler.
Wow, that break the walls down pop was fucking huge to be number 10.
So Jericho 10, John Cena 9, Kevin Owens 8, The Rock 7, AJ Styles 6, Brock Lesnar 5, Ronda Rousey 4, Goldberg 3, Kane 2, and The Shield 1.
Was John Cena's debut even like that hyped?
That was the Ruthless Aggression, right? The face to face with Kurt Angle.
Okay.
Shook hands with the Taker in the back. Was that all the same show?
Worse than Jericho.
Yeah,
definitely worse. Jericho should be in the top 5, right? In my opinion,
Jericho might be number 1.
I would venture that. That was huge.
That Kane, man, Kane's huge.
I think Kane's a good number 2.
Yeah, I because.
Yeah, he is.
I would still put Jericho above Kane for the debut. Like,
Jericho, Kane. I think Goldberg is right at 3.
Okay, you're saying that because you're a WCW guy.
No, I mean, it's kind of the same thing as the Jericho thing, right? Like Goldberg comes in and interrupts The Rock. He spears the Rock. It's the night after WrestleMania. He spears the Rock out of his boots, and then he puts the Rock out of WWE until
Goldberg's
WrestleMania
already
20.
lost a step by this time, though. Jericho's in his prime.
Brock Lesnar was still height of powers or close. Like
not Goldberg. I'm sorry, not Brock Lesnar. Goldberg.
Yeah,
when
Goldberg was.
We're talking like 2003 Goldberg, not.
Goldberg.
Yeah, I understand that.
He was still like.
I think the debut
that is I've been defeated in WCW Goldberg. I mean, height of his powers was taking care of Bret Hart.
Oh, come on.
I mean,
come on.
But also,
he ain't lying.
But like number 25, number 25 on the list, they have Solo Sikoa.
Come on. No, seriously.
Right. Solo Sikoa pulling Drew McIntyre off of Roman Reigns at Clash at the Castle is the 25th biggest debut in WWF history.
Is the
and it's
gobbledygook
crazy
Cooker
for
on this
the
list?
two
that's a
bloodline marks to not be happy about.
Like it was a cool spot, but like I don't know, the 25th.
That was a crucial moment, Jim.
But the 25th biggest debut in WWE history?
I think you could argue that. 25? Yeah, you could argue that. You think Thrasher and Mosh had better debuts?
Santino Morella's at 24.
That's a big debut.
Okay, Solo's probably bigger than Santino's.
Nakamura 23.
I can see that.
22 is the Usos and Tamina.
At least Tamina made the list.
21 is Baron Corbin winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania Dallas.
That's big.
20 is Umaga beating up Ric Flair.
Okay.
19 is Rey Mysterio beating Chavo Guerrero.
Okay.
18, the Nexus.
Was that when they did the choke out Justin Roberts?
John Cena. Yes.
I mean that
was pretty big. I mean, Daniel Bryan got fired for fuck's sake, man. Yeah.
Like Asuka's up there. Carlito's at 16. The Great Khali is 15. Braun Strowman's 14.
Yeah. Now here's my question about Kevin Owens. Are they talking NXT or the main roster debut?
That's got to be the main roster.
Okay. I mean, either way, I mean, I'm not. I'm not
debut
disputing either of them. By the way,
Sting's debut. Sting's debut was 13th.
Was that when he came out of the box?
No, it's when he showed up at the end of the Survivor Series match.
That's right.
With Dolph and Seth, where Dolph gets pedigreed, and then they lay down for 8 minutes while the Sting video plays, and then Sting comes out and beats up Triple H, and then Triple H Scorpion Death drops Seth Rollins and just grabs Dolph Ziggler, makes the cover, and then the ref wakes up. That's it. 1, 2, 3. And
was Undertaker? Was Undertaker's on there?
No, I don't think so. He might have been.
Wasn't his debut like on a Superstars though?
No, it was on Survivor Series.
Survivor Series, yeah.
Survivor Series.
Undertaker
90.
is on there. He's in the top 10, I thought.
No. Was he 11?
He must be 12.
11 or 12.
Or 11.
Gobbledygooker. Was the Gobbledygooker
Not
on
the
there?
list.
No Gobbledygooker?
No.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
AJ Styles at 6 almost feels a little bit high, just because like.
I don't know, Jim. You gave it a 0% chance of happening.
Well, that is true.
That Royal Rumble, man, that was a big deal.
And it was early too. He came out with third.
Third.
Yeah, it was a big pop.
But yeah, I mean, I think Shield probably the top 5 is okay. I don't know number 1. I still think Jericho's way too low at 10.
Jericho is way too low. I mean, the Shield though, given what we got out of that group, that's probably weighing in on the importance.
That's fair.
What was 6 through 9?
6 was Styles, Rock 7, KO 8, 9 was John Cena.
So Rock, that's the Rocky Maivia just debut.
Rocky Maivia Survivor Series 97.
Again, that's not a good. That's not a good.
That's
debut,
not a good
man.
debut. That's not a good debut.
You fucking debuted against. What the fuck was his
the
name?
Sultan? Was it the Sultan in that match?
At WrestleMania 13, yeah.
No, but what
was it? Night Ranger or some
Night
shit?
Stalker?
Is it Night Stalker? Is that what it was?
What was that?
Or Widowmaker?
Wyndham? Was it Night Stalker or just the Stalker?
The Stalker, I think.
Is that what it was? That's not a good debut. I mean, he went on to have a great career, but the debut's shit.
It was. It was
Wyndham, I believe,
Jake
right?
Roberts, Mark Marrow, Rocky Maivia, and the Stalker defeated Crush, Goldust, Jerry Lawler, and Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Yeah.
And it was a 23-minute Survivor Series match.
Yeah. And then, of course, Rocky Johnson comes out, and it's the first time I had ever heard of Rocky Johnson in my life.
I was like, who's that guy?
Right.
Don Giovanni.
I think Omos was at 26, I believe. They
outside the list.
Yeah, so, same with Bastion Booger. I think they were both just outside. All right. Yeah. I think
we've had enough fun.
We had enough fun for the week.
Yeah, that's core.
Anything else, Ryan? No, Matt, Tim, nothing.
What? No.
Guys, good.
We'll see you Tuesday.
We'll see you come Tuesday. Come Tuesday. Make sure you're subscribed to the show, all podcast platforms, and YouTube as well. Make sure you are following us on all of our social media at 3 Count Thursday, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Get our merchandise over at tpublic.com. Like I said, if you're out at 3 Legacies tomorrow and you see myself, Ryan, intern Mark, and cousin Brian come over, say hi. Otherwise, if you're at Monday Night Raw in Hershey and you see us out there, say hi as well, because we will be there. And until Tuesday on the podcast, next Thursday live, stay safe, stay smart, and as always, go for the pin.